You have to think in English. I am sure you have heard this before. Maybe your teachers have told you, if you want to learn English, if you want to speak English, you have to think in English. But the question is, how? How can we think in English? Everybody tells us we have to think in English, but nobody tells us how. Don't worry, today I will help you. If you do these things, I am sure that you will be able to think in English. So pay attention. The first thing you have to do if you really want to think in English is describe everything around you. But what is it? Well, if you're in your house, for example, and you see your chair, then you call it by not by your later native language, by the name in English: chair, window, TV, dog, computer, table, etc. But not only use words. After you name the word, you can create sentences, but start with simple sentences. Depending on the level you have. All right? So, for example, if you say chair, then you can say the chair is black, the chair is small, the chair is mine. If you see a laptop, the laptop is expensive. I use the laptop every day. If you go to the kitchen, you see the pot, you say, I prepare my meals in this pot. Or the pot is blue, is black. If you're in your work, you can do the same. That's my coworker. That's my partner. My boss is intelligent. I hate my boss. If you're on the bus, you can say the same. For example, you see people talking, then people are talking. People are speaking about an important thing. People are walking. Those people look good. Whatever you can imagine, but you have to force your mind to create sentences. If you are in very basic level, start with words. Name only the words: laptop, dog, people. But if you can create sentences with that word, do it. Okay? Force your mind to create sentences. This will help you a lot to think in English. The second thing you have to do is use an English-only rule. Use an English-only rule. But what is an English-only rule? Well, you can, for example, take part of your day. For example, if you're taking a shower, you can say, okay, the rule is I will speak only English, or I will think only in English while taking a shower. You play your favorite song and then you're thinking English. And for example, the song is playing and you say, I love this song. That song is my favorite. That song is difficult to pronounce. Or if you're cooking, for example, use that English-only rule. While I'm cooking, I'm going to use just English. So I will call the fruit, the vegetables, everything just in English. This is sugar. I will put the sugar there. I will use the pan. This is a fork. I eat with a spoon. Okay, so you have to set rules depending on which situation or which part of the day you can use only English. Okay, or if you are studying in an English institute or academy, well, that's perfect. Then go there and don't speak in your native language. Speak just in English. Okay, but you have to set that part of the day as a rule, as a must, to speak only in English. All right? So, number 3 is use English when you're emotional. Now, this is something I used to do and I still do nowadays. Yeah, when I was emotional, when I was learning English and I was depressed, for example, imagine that I broke up with my girlfriend, then I used to think, I feel terrible. I hope she dies. Well, that is an example, okay? My heart is broke, or I want to eat ice cream, or I want to drink, I want to forget her, okay? Or if I am angry, I try to think in the expressions or what I feel, I try to express it in English. Like, oh, I want to go home. If I am fired, for example, in my job, I want to go home. I wish the boss didn't fire me. Or if you lost some money, you think about that. Damn, I lost my money. Repeat that sentence. Express your emotions in English. This is something that worked very well for me. I am sure it can work for you too. Because your emotions are the most natural thing you can feel. And if you can express that in English, it's going to be a big step to master that thinking in English. What else? Number 4, ask yourself questions in English. I love this. I still do it. You only have to ask yourself questions in English. What kind of questions? Any kind of questions. For example, what is this? It's a board. What is this? It's a camera. What is this? It's a shirt. What is this? It's a marker. Or just, what time is it? Oh, it's 7 o'clock. What's the weather like today? Oh, today is sunny. What is the meaning of this word? The meaning is, or should I go to the bathroom right now, or should I wait? No, I better wait. So ask yourself questions all the time. For example, if you see people there, are those people tall or short? No, they are tall. What is the name of my best friend? My best friend is... So that is the idea. Ask yourself questions all the time. Now, how difficult the questions can be, it depending on your level of English. If you're basic, then just ask simple questions like, what is it? What color is this? If it's more advanced, then you can make questions, conditionals, for example, and that is the other thing you have to do. Number 5, practice with what if scenarios. What if scenarios. But what if scenarios? This is normally used by second conditional, all right? What if is hypothetical scenarios, imaginary situations. What if, for example, what if I won the lottery? What if I won the lottery? Right? What would happen if I won the lottery? Then I answer myself, I could buy an expensive house in a big city. Another question can be, what if I found my best friend kissing my girlfriend? Then I answer, I would punch him on the face. What if I could speak English? I would be very happy. I would be able to communicate with other people. What if I bought an expensive computer? I would create excellent videos. So, what if all the time, imaginary situations? This is very funny to do. This is something you have to do, right? So, have you ever done this? If you haven't, please do it. All right? Tell me what you think about this tip. For me, that is one of the best. Number 6, hear yourself in English. What is hear yourself in English? Well, basically is first record your voice in English, saying whatever you want, questions, describing things, cooking, everything, and then hear it. Listen to the record of your voice. And you can record many audios, so you can listen one day, the next day, and in 1 month, in 6 months, to see how you have improved. That will help you a lot, okay? Now, if you don't want to listen to yourself, then here you can also listen to podcasts in English, movies in English, videos, audios, songs, everything. But the idea is that you can immerse yourself with English. And if you listen to it all the time, I am sure you will be able to think in English. That is the key. Finally, well, not finally, because I will give you one extra tip, but number 7 is watch kids shows in English. All right? But why kids shows, teacher? Easy, because it's easier. The vocabulary in the kids shows is easier than other complicated movies, shows, series, etc. And if you don't like it, I mean, you can watch a cartoon that you want or a series that is about everyday life or everyday situations. I totally recommend you the series, well, a TV show. This is a little old, but it's amazing. I love it. That is Friends. I learned a lot of vocabulary, a lot of pronunciation, a lot of things, new things and expressions in English thanks to Friends show. Now give it a try, all right? If maybe you like it, maybe not. And if you have another recommendation, of course. But why do I recommend this series? Because they talk about everyday problems, everyday situations, like what am I going to eat today? What time is it? Where do you work? Love problems, money problems, about friends, relatives, situations that you will feel familiar with. That's why it helps a lot. And finally, as an extra, as a bonus, I will say, be patient and have fun. This is important. I mean, you're not going to think in English the first day. Okay, maybe yes, but very basic. If you want to improve, then it requires time. So you will have to be very patient, all right? Do not panic. And more important, have fun. Why have fun? Because it becomes easier. When you have fun, when you can enjoy these things, because, I mean, I enjoy doing these things. I enjoy describing things around myself, setting rules. That is kind of challenging and funny at the same time. When I'm emotional, I try to express myself in English and I enjoy it. Okay, ask yourself questions or what if situations. I love that, or I try to make it funnier. I can make funny questions, okay, about that. Hear yourself in English because you can hear your mistakes or if you are pronouncing correctly, and watch kids shows. Who doesn't like watching shows? Choose a show that you like, all right? But have fun. Try to make it funny. If you see these tips are to have fun and at the same time think in English. That's why they are very, very powerful. So I totally recommend you to do it, all right? I am sure that if you do these tips, all right, if you follow these tips, you will think in English, all right? Not in a short time, but little by little you will be improving and you will be able to speak in English very well. I really hope you like this class, and if you like it, please like it, share it with a friend, and subscribe to the channel. I will see you in the next video. Take care.